straight line. So much, there's a lot of room to work with. Like, it's pretty wide. It's really difficult to wall out, so you can't get those. Like, you can once you understand it a bit more, but it takes a little bit more effort to figure out those defensive setups to protect your map or your board. It's even harder when you've got cards like these two. Oh, both! Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing much defense in this game, which is perfectly fine. Just means that there's more room for offense and aggression, which we always love a little bit of aggressive play. Ooh, actually, IceBreaker going in for strong defense here.
Yeah, listrez leaving their base relatively open, but they could block it off in a move or two, or they could go full aggro and really be an annoying pest in a positive light. It's fun to be annoying in this game.
They have the tools, I think. Does that Kohozuna fit in there? It does! So they have the perfect tools to be aggressive still, and not even worry about their own base.
Well, it looks like their base is about to get barged into, so I'm not so sure. But if they can pull off this aggression, it could just very well be worth it. And with this leader, looks like they can, if they don't get blocked off.
As long as IceBreaker isn't too defensive, listrez should have a very easy time piercing through, where IceBreaker likely feels very confident and safe in this situation. And this E-leader just coming in, setting up. You can easily get the Stamper to reach over. Oh my goodness, that's what's his name? That's Spike. We don't see much Spike. Ooh, he just barely fits. This is the only chance that listrez is gonna have to play Spike, so I fully respect the idea of making this move. Because looking at the board state as well, this, like, listrez is in control, is in the lead, even if IceBreaker successfully defends his base. Listrez has such a notable point lead that it's not even that detrimental. Listrez could still...
I did not even notice how much of a point lead listrez had. That's kind of incredible.
They could technically still break through, even without using a special. But I do respect the idea of using... Actually, I really like the idea of specialing an Octopod just to sneak right through.
Oof.
That would be... that would be Doherty.
Octopod, go! It looks like IceBreaker only really has their base to work with now.
Ooh.
Oh,
that's actually
being
really
aggressive.
Clean. That is a clean torpedo.
IceBreaker did not see that coming. This is perfect time to capitalize on the aggression.
And we've got a nice power climb to use.
Very devastating here. This is probably going to clash really nicely with something that IceBreaker puts down.
That torpedo play was really clean.
And it got 2 specials out of it too. Very nice.
Indeed. Got a good chunk of points, got the special, and created that opening that IceBreaker was not seeing in the slightest.
Oh!
That's a safe play, but we are now at a 29 or 31 point disadvantage. This is not where you want to be in a game.
IceBreaker does have 6 special though. So they might be able to pull it back. They do have some aggressive special spots they can work with. But...
Oh!
Oh! That's pretty good clash. If listrez is probably going to try and get one more special here so they can use it 312 if they have one.
Worst case, we've got the amped Octo Stamp to play, as this is going to grant 2 special.
It doesn't fit anywhere. Oh! Sorry. You meant special.
Indeed, I did.
Yeah. IceBreaker, I feel like the only real chance they have here is using 2 312s consecutively. I'm not even sure if they have 2 312s in their deck, but hopefully they do, because I do want to see them have a chance.
It is definitely something that they can work with, but unfortunately, I think... Okay, I know I saw Joe in IceBreaker's deck the previous match. We might be looking at a Megalodontia. Wait, why are we going for the smaller... Okay.
It's turn 1. I don't know.
I ain't questioning it. If it works, it works. We're not here to judge. We're here to see, spectate, commentate, and discuss.
There's probably not such a great spot for Anthoco Stamp anyway.
And this is a fairly clean spot for this.
Yeah. Just one off and perfect. And that's game, and it looks like listrez has... I hope that's pronounced... I hope it's pronouncing that right. Has taken the lead. Very nice. One for listrez. Hopefully, we can see more creative and intense, aggressive matches next game.
Next game, there is definitely more time, more chances for things to continue onwards. listrez has the first point, but things are not over. This is a best-of-5 match. So there's up to 2 more games at the very least for IceBreaker to be able to punch through to shave some ice away and get a good opening. But listrez has definitely demonstrated that they are a fairly competent player in table turf, and it's not going to be an easy battle. Looking at where we are going next, there's a lot of places to go.
Heading into X Marts here, I believe. One of my personal favorites. Hopefully, we can see a Dynamoments. Dynamoments are perfect. And if we do not, it's even more interesting.
We do love a good Dynamo moment, though. And there's a lot of other cards that kind of play alongside that, too.
It does look like listrez here is using a general deck. Which is, you know, when I started playing table turf, I only had one deck too, and I got in 3rd place with this, so don't even worry about it.
If your one deck is sturdy enough, you can make it flexible for a lot of different maps.
And this map is a little restricted, though.
Yeah. It's awkward, but we do have the combo piece. Do we just go straight for the combo? I think...
Oh.
I think we're just going straight for the combo.
They could have played it to get 2 specials on that, but... Yeah.
Remember, we're not judging too hard.
We are in Baby Jelly.
We are watching a bunch of Baby Jellies play. Looking at where this Marigold goes, there's actually a good opportunity. That is a solid setup to be able to break into the other one. So no matter what happens here, that far corner is open for listrez to claim.
Nice clutch there from Marigold.
The Mary clutch. Marigold clutching her pearls right there.
No, I love Marigold. Power Clam goes right here. Looks good to me. Usually you'd want to play a big card.
Whoa!
Whoa. Wow, okay, nice special off of the Power Clam that you couldn't have seen coming, but very lucky.
IceBreaker with an absolutely, definitely a fantastic read. We're calling it a read here just because it makes it sound so much cooler. That is an amazing catch.
listrez opting to put a leader in their base. I guess they don't really have such great cards for pushing, but I think it would be a better idea to keep trying to push.
With a little bit of work, I could see some setups potentially. Would need the Splatana rather than the Stamper, and if you had that, listrez would be able to kind of break through that little corner piece up there. Ooh, nice catch.
Ooh.
And be able to break through with the torpedo, but this is still good. This is still solid. And they are making it work.
It's a good L3 spot. Oh, there's another one. Okay.
Looking to work on that base combo. I imagine that the next move
seems
is
like
either that E-leader or the Stamper.
yeah. I think Icebreaker is at a pretty hefty advantage here, but it is Tail of Turf. You don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe some crazy special thing is gonna happen, and boom! Suddenly, Listrez is in the lead.
I mean, we've seen
Thing about Baby Jelly Cup, you don't know what's gonna happen.
We've seen games with Traylina. Shout out to Traylina, who would have none of the bases. Like, she would have nothing but her own base, and she would just had the perfect cards to fit in it. And in that one singular space, she was able to keep up with a player who had the entire board to themselves. And then in the last few turns, she just specialed everything and won. Like, anything's possible.
When I saw that, that sounds crazy. I wish I could have seen it.
It was an amazing game.
I'm not sure if Listrez has any 312s in his deck, but if they are listening to the commentary, I would definitely recommend getting at least 1 or 2 312s. They're very good for specialing.
Ooh!
Good Octopod spot for 3 special. Maybe they'd be able to make a comeback, break into those unoccupied spots that Icebreaker still has there. And maybe clutch a victory.
They can get another special with this small fry. And from there... Ooh. Okay, yeah. No, it's only 1 special. There's 2 spots where they can get 1 special off this small fry, or they can do a special chain that might grant them a little bit more. But there's a lot that they can do from here. Icebreaker does have a notable lead, but this game is far from over. As Shiver is being brought out into the field, that's going to do a good amount of damage, but grants no special. That's could be very risky.
And would also not get them into the right side, which I think is a better idea because it's not occupied right now. Only using a T-Tech, that gives a big opportunity for Listrez to build more points, but
that doesn't grant the special.
That's a very good point. With Icebreaker having 5 specials though, I think they're going to be able to take this with a sturdy special into their base or something.
Yeah, we've seen enough times that Listrez or Icebreaker has a couple of decent bigger special cards to be able to play, and I feel like that's going to be a huge payout in the next few moments, as we've got 5 special, maybe even a 6th, depending on what Icebreaker's next play is going to be, which is going to be some big moves coming in. Is there a special gain from this? No! But we've got a 7-point lead. There's nothing Listrez can do to bring this back.
Oh, that's a real shame. But GG's. That was kind of a crazy match.
The unfortunate pass, but literally, if Icebreaker was able to gain just that 1 more special, that would have actually, or Listrez was able to gain that 1 more special, it would have been their game. But
very close, very intense. This is my favorite part about Baby Jelly Cup. It's so intense. It's so chaotic. It's perfect.
There's so much. There's a lot going on. Even if we're missing out on certain details that you typically see in more advanced matches, there's a lot of other thoughts and ideas going on. And through those mistakes that players make, there's so many fantastic and exciting things that kind of open up as a result that you get to play with and look at and investigate.
Hello? Okay, sorry. I thought I unplugged my mic.
Heading into
we're at
our next game. And yeah,
very close. I think it's best of 3.
I believe this one's set to best of 5.
Oh, well, okay.
I think it's technically supposed to be best of 3, but it's 4 players in the bracket. Bisque on the board. Might as well.
Bisque is very popular on this stage.
Is he?
Listrez, yeah, I see him a lot on this stage. I'm not really sure why. I think it's good for combos with something. I think it's with Captain. People who use Captain use Bisque a lot.
Okay. Maybe
It's kind of a defensive opening here if they're going to go for this. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
it's very much looking at the combo game, which I do respect, but one of the things that you eventually learn as you participate in more table turf events is how important a strong opening play is to be able to set your reach and your range so that you can either defend or you can attack appropriately. Where a play like this, you do get these good combos, but it can very quickly become a situation where you just get walled out by your opponent, and yeah, you're getting your combos, but you're not able to play off of them. Also, I'm very curious about that play, as it does not grant the special.
I think they're trying to set it up for Spike, maybe? No, they can't be. I don't know. Very strange behavior here, but
Curious.
looks like IceBreaker has very strong control of the board. Thunderpoint is a map where you have to be very aggressive at the start and focusing on base building immediately. I don't think it's going to work out so well for Listrez here.
Yeah, this is a very tough position to be in. Could be really good to hold onto that Pearl Bot if they are able to get 2 specials charged up. That would actually allow for them to use the Pearl Bot to get a lot of reach off of 2 special.
The legendary 2-6. Here it comes. I hope they use it.
They got the special. They're still gaining a decent amount of points. And I think Pearl Bot, it's not a great reach, but it is breaking into the enemy's base if she is played. Which is better than not.
At this point, you definitely need to get through that wall that IceBreaker is creating. Very important. If you don't, I think
Angle Shooter does the job
kind of
better.
over already. Oh yeah. Hey, you don't even need to special that.
Oh!
Wait, yeah, you do.
Wait, yeah. No, you need
My
the special.
mistake.
Wow!
That
works with the Angle Shooter.
And with the other cards they have.
Yep, there's a couple of plays that can be worked off of this.
I just did not expect it to be placed in that spot. But, whatever works.
I think Listrez is thinking of the... Oh, none of them are gonna work!
Oh, no. That kind of already seals the game, almost.
Yeah, Listrez at a 25 point disadvantage halfway through the match, or this game. No specials to work with anymore. Forced to pass. Yeah, this one might be done.
Importance of an aggressive and strong opening play. As we all have learned from Joe and his reign of dominance.
His big chomping mouth.
Yeah.
Do have another play. There is an opportunity.
Really? Oh.
We need to be a little more aggressive than that. Definitely want to get as much reach as possible so there's not another Marigold situation. There is a way to get two-way in.
Good.
That's perfect.
Nice. I do think it is too late still, but it is.
It's something.
Well, maybe we could see a miracle here. I don't know.
It's at least pushing back, which is an important thing for a lot of players that they need to learn is that it's very easy to feel like the game is over. And this one probably is, but it's good to try to push back and see if you can turn the tides, because there's a lot of situations where it seems like it's over, and then you play, and you're like, oh, I'm actually like 5 points off from winning this. And that helps inspire where you're like, oh, I could have actually got this if I just played a little bit better.
Yeah, even a lot of higher level players, they tend to give up when things look bad, but there's a lot of situations where, you know, something crazy happens, or like, wow, that's insane, I didn't even see that coming, but I won. It's really unexpected with table turf. You never really know what's gonna happen.
There's only like 2 players I know of, actually probably just like 1 that I know of, that if they concede, then I'm like, yeah, no, there was no way to come back from this. Pretty much every other player, if I see them concede, I'm like, you should have tried to tough it out, see what happens. But this one is definitely over.
42-point lead for IceBreaker. I respect the aggression that they had in the opening plays. They definitely know how to play an opener.
IceBreaker definitely learned from his previous match with his last opponent, Andre, just on the basis of like he's being more aggressive. And while he lost the first one to listrez, was like, or listrez, was able to be like, oh no, I need to be aggressive and like push through a little bit more. And he's been rewarded handsomely with a 2nd point.
Yeah, learning from your mistakes is the best part about Baby Jelly Cup.
I do also want to give kudos right now to listrez, because, yeah, despite the difficult situation, we saw a couple of really nice plays to kind of not necessarily clutch things back, but keep the game going, or at least build up special to be able to make another move like the Trizuka here, which there's a lot of players that would not have been able to find those opportunities.
I do think the Trizuka was just a conceding to
losing,
but that's okay.
Well, no, I more mean like being able to play the Trizuka, not just the Trizuka choice.
Yeah.
The Trizuka placement was absolutely a, there's no way for me to bring this back, so I'm just gonna slap it onto my own board.
We are. What?
We are just gonna be gearing things up for our next match, which needs just our 2 players here to figure out where we're going to be heading next.
Baby Jelly Cup. I love Baby Jelly Cup.
There's so many places for things to go. So many options. Where are we taking things? Are we heading somewhere safe? Are we heading somewhere more risky? What's going on?
Well, I honestly hope it's Mass Mansion, but that is my personal bias.
Mass Mansion is fun. I know a lot of the... I mean, I don't know what the rank of these 2 players are, so we can't say for certain whether or not they even have those maps available, but... I mean, a lot of those more advanced stages are fun.
You have that... Yeah. Everyone has Mask Mansion. You have Uno.
Oh yeah, everybody does have Mask Mansion. Yeah, the DLC ones. Everybody's just been force-fed.
Squared, it looks like.
It's kind of funny that the more technical ones, everybody's just been force-fed. But the more approachable, like, player-friendly ones, you have to level up to get these things. It's a very curious... very curious thing.
Not looking like great openers here. I would redraw. Okay. Still not great luck. That's unfortunate.
You can make this work. You just have to make the right calls.
Yeah. Although it is funny, they kind of played. They picked two cards that really complement. They ended up drawing two sets of cards that both complement each other very nicely.
It's very much a fun aspect of the draw. Luck of the draw.
Big man here, being big, being up to a big blocker like he does.
He is such a good opening play on this map because of the fact that, like, he plays really well into the middle and divides both of the ends.
Yeah, he's just big. He's a big manta, and he gets in your way, and he's great at it.
He basically has done what these two ballpoint Splatlings have done in a single turn, which means IceBreaker had an opportunity to set up that roller. Yeah, the Dynamo roller to be able to get some scary coverage in. Nice block from Listrez, though. And are we looking for another one? That's not a true combo.
We gotta play more defensive here, I think. Being able to keep your side of the base. So, IceBreaker manages to break the ice. Haha, obligatory joke.
I think that's the fourth time that joke has been made. Most of them through me.
Oh.
You didn't even notice!
No, I didn't.
Oh, you're precious.
Anyways, they have broken through, and that's good for them, but bad for Lister.
The tough thing, too, is that these plays have actually been solid enough that IceBreaker has a whole chunk of the map that has been sectioned off for himself, too. Listrez now has a lot of space as well to be able to do some base building combos, but that was definitely a very scary moment.
Yeah, good thing Listrez was able to block off their base successfully. Now they have some space they can work with, and maybe pull this back.
This game is definitely far from over. Listrez is currently at a 11-point disadvantage. You know, I'm thinking the name is Listrez, because sometimes the Z kind of plays like that. I don't know, I'm white. I don't know what I'm doing. We got a Bloblobber in the hand. I feel like it would be a pretty solid option to be able to play out and set up. I don't think it fit. No, it wants to be a good play, but a lot of these cards, as nice as they are, I think they're facing the wrong way.
Yeah, we just need like the deco version of all of these. What's the C-Tech do? Oh, great block from Listrez. Probably didn't see it coming, but you know, worked out very nicely. And the IceBreaker ends up, well, they regain their special back, so that's good.
Yeah, we do see a refund of that special. Yeah, there's a lot of things that play well here and will grant a special, but it's just a little bit off. And you can see Listrez just kind of struggling to find the right answer. What's going to be the best call here? Hopefully they can find something that makes the rest of that space work, but Listrez actually has a special that might be able to reach into the other base. Yeah, I think they noticed it, or they were considering it. They were seeing.
Go Listrez, go. Go Listrez, go. This base is a little convoluted, but you know, a base is a base, and if they can break through here, and not get blocked, it could really be a tide turner.
If this works, that's an immediate Bloblobber combo.
And an excellent, just vantage point for Listrez here. Please. Oh my goodness. No, Blob.
The
Rip
snout
Blob.
is just a little too long, but we still have a lot of solid plays that can go into that spot.
Yeah. Okay, taken. If they play their card right, and maybe they get lucky with the clash, they can get a. They can get the lead, and maybe a solid lead at that.
The challenge here is IceBreaker has another special building up.
Oh.
Is there
Yeah.
a way for...
Does need.
Listrez gonna have to pray to the gods here, pray to the Zapfish, and hope that IceBreaker grants an extra special. No, he chooses to pass.
Oh no.
Listrez has no options, no answers, no tools.
It's over.
This is all Jover as the Kraken Royale steams through, taking Listrez's field out and allowing IceBreaker to pierce forward. The Titanic moves onwards to the lower finals match.